Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Marina Slim hang-on back filter. So let's start by taking a closer look at the box. This is the S15 model that I have here, but they also make two other sizes as well, a S10 and the S20. And I did want the S20, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I decided to get this smaller size, which it says it's up to 15 US gallons, which works out at about 60 litres. So I think if I put a little bit more filter media in this, then it should be perfectly adequate for my lightly stocked 80 litre tank. Power filter, and it says with BioGuard filtration, ultra quiet operation, instant start system and compact design. And this has the filter cartridges that a lot of hang-on back type filters have. And the side and the back shows you the two different types of cartridges that come with it, and when to change, and what's included. Has the filter itself, one zeolite cartridge and two carbon cartridges. It talks about the pump, which is located submerged under the water, so that should make it just as quiet as an internal filter, and it doesn't require priming either, and it has a intake sponge included, which is nice. And on the top it has the dimensions and explains that you can have the tank closer to the wall than a traditional hang-on back due to the slim design, and has 2-year guarantee. And now for my favourite part, the unboxing. So inside the box we have a instruction manual. You're welcome to pause and read that if you want to. And we have the pump motor, which has a intake sponge supplied, which will stop any fry or shrimp getting sucked into the filter, which is a nice touch. And the motor is located underwater, so it should make it almost silent. And it looks like this has a 2-pin European plug, but luckily I have a travel adapter that I can use. And here we have the intake pipe, and this can be adjusted up or down depending on how deep your tank is. And it has a little knob so you can turn the water flow up or down. And a balance plate which goes into the bottom on the main unit, and then you can use that to adjust and level the bottom, keep it straight. And here we have the media chamber, which has under the lid, comes with 3 cartridges. Have 2 of these carbon cartridges, so that'd be good for removing odours or medicine or tannins. And comes with 1 BioClear zeolite filter cartridge, which is good for removing ammonia. Says best for goldfish because goldfish have a higher bio load than most small tropical fish do. And here's a look at the media chamber. That's where the 3 cartridges slot into. And then the intake pipe goes in here, and then the water comes out the outlet here. So now I'm going to assemble the filter. These 2 bits fit into these 2 grooves here, and that fits in nice and secure, nice and snug. And then the motor goes on the end of the intake pipe, and then that can be adjusted up or down. And then the lid, and then you would put your cartridges inside. And I must say, I am digging the design of this filter too, with the clear plastic and the lid with its shiny black plastic and brushed metal effect. I think it looks really nice. And while I have no doubt that these filter cartridges would do a good job, I decided to make my own filter media so that I don't have to keep buying these cartridges over and over, and that I can save these for if I ever did want to use the carbon or zeolite. So the way that the media fits in is that you have these grooves, and then each cartridge would slot down into these 3 chambers, and then the water comes down here and then through the channel at the back, and then up through the cartridges and out of the waterfall here. So what I decided to do was to cut a piece of filter sponge and a piece of filter floss, roughly the same size as the filter cartridge, and then sandwich them both together, and then that would fit down the channel that the regular filter cartridge would go into. So you can see the water can come down through the back channel and then through this blue foam, which will provide mechanical filtration and provide plenty of surface area for beneficial bacteria to live on, and then through our fine polishing pad and then out the outlet. And this way we won't have to throw away the coarse blue foam here. We can just wring that out into a bucket and then put it straight back, so we won't be losing bacteria when we clean the filter. And then I'll just change the floss each time, but I got this floss off of a big roll that I had, which works out a lot cheaper than buying the cartridges over and over again. So this is what the filter looks like fully assembled, and I'm going to now go and put it on the tank and try it out. So here's me plugging it in to test it out. But the pump was anything but quiet. It makes a really loud noise when running. The motor wasn't touching the glass or anything, and I tried removing the impeller and putting it back, but it made no difference. It made it a little bit quieter when you push the arm down, but not really. Okay, so this part I'm actually filming a couple of weeks later. I requested a replacement from Amazon, which is the second one you see on the back, and it had the same issue. And when I tried to get another replacement, it only offered a refund, so I actually went ahead and bought a third one, which is the one you see on the front, and that had the same fault again with a loud buzzing motor. So just to show you again, here's the first one plugged in. You can see it's set up correctly and the motor's not touching the glass and the back isn't touching the glass either. Here's the second one, not quite as bad as the first, but it still buzzes. And the third one was pretty much the same as the second. The camera doesn't quite pick up as much, but in person it makes the same noise as the second filter. So obviously I definitely would not recommend this filter. All three that I have had some sort of defect in the motor or something. If you did want to risk getting one, then make sure you get it from Amazon or somewhere else with a good return policy where you can send it back easily if it's like these three. But if I got three and all of them are like this, then this can't be a rare issue. I even tried emailing Marina themselves and asked maybe if they send out replacement pumps for it, but as you'd expect, they just said the typical clean the impeller, check it for debris, which I'd already tried doing, and they were brand new anyway. That was the first thing that I tried, was taking the impeller out and putting it back, and it made no difference. And then they just said contact the place you bought it from. And I also tried letting them run for a few hours and turning them all around in the water to get the bubbles out in case it was trapped air, but this didn't do anything either. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of annoyed a little bit because I've gone through all this mucking about with these filters and now I have to mess about sending them all back to Amazon, and on one of them it didn't have the option for the courier to pick it up, so I've got to waste my own petrol now driving it back to the newsagents to send that one back, and I've got nothing to show for it. I used to wonder why hang-on back filters were so uncommon, or at least outside America anyway, and I guess now I know why. I've tried 5 of them now, 3 of these and 2 of the or Pond Solutions ones, and they're all really loud. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.